Hi, this is Mark, and I am in downtown Disneyland downtown in Anaheim, California. The park area just opened up not long ago, and I'm giving this a go, doing my reading from the Golden Present Daily Inspirational Readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda, adding this into this day where everybody's racing in to buy marshmallow Mickey Mouse things and candy apples and rides and Lego block things. And I'm going to do the reading for November 20th. And this is, it will be totally taken care of. By repetition of a mantram alone, many hundreds of great saints have experienced divine consciousness. Knowing the meaning of the mantram is not even necessary. The faith behind it is more important. Whatever mantram is given to you, or whichever one you choose, stick to that one and have complete faith in it. Keep practicing. All the mantrams are equally good. Repeat the mantram consciously until your system takes over and repeats it unconsciously. Very soon you will realize how happy and healthy and peaceful you can be. A mantram can take care of physical health, mental problems, everything. It will be totally taken care of by the mantram alone. Yeah, again, we're getting to hear some about mantrams in the recent readings. And what I appreciate about this is it's recognizing that through the power of something like this sound vibration and using this Sanskrit word repeatedly with your intention of healing and with your heartfelt practice, it can be medicine. It can help take care of so many things, from mental things to physical issues, questions of life. It goes into those more subtle spaces of our consciousness to be able to bring healing and to bring information. It's interesting for me to think about, especially being where I am, how many things do we repeat regularly that creates some other thought process for ourselves? How many other things do we do on a daily basis that reinforce other kinds of thought forms? And this could relate to the way that we eat, the way that we treat one another, the way that we treat ourselves. It can be these habit things that we develop, similar to a mantram. If you repeat this higher frequency practice, you will start to develop a way of living in a higher frequency. If you continue to feed yourself things that are on a lower frequency, they're not totally serving your body, your health, then that's what's going to develop as habit to the point that it'll seem like your reality. There won't seem like there's any other option. And I would say all of us are doing that in some area, somewhere where we're not as conscious as we could be. And we're repeating some kind of thought form. There's some voice in us. And it may not even be our own voice. It may be a voice of our parents or some voice that has been given to us from our society or from culture that says, this is normal. Do this. Eat that. This is normal. And I know that I followed along with that for many years until I started to feel like something wasn't quite normal. And my body started responding to the things that I was putting in it, foods, thoughts, and I was starting to reject them, saying, this doesn't feel good. Hearing that doesn't feel good to me. I was in a class this morning that Craig and Jenny D were teaching, and Craig mentioned, there's at some point our body starts to whisper to us, starts to tell us that something is out of balance. And if we don't pay attention to that, then it starts to talk to us. And if we continue not to pay attention, then it starts to raise its voice. And eventually, if we're not responding and taking care of ourselves, it might start yelling, demanding, and that could come in the form of a serious health problem, where there could be some serious consequences that are hard now to reverse. But if we can start to listen to those whispers, could we start to possibly make some changes? And it starts with us looking at what changes we can make for ourselves. And then eventually, I'm inspired to want to make changes around here. And we were talking, a group of us, about what's being offered here in this downtown Disneyland and as options for people to eat for things to do. I mean, there's a lot of activity. I like there's a lot of walking around. There's not all these conveyor belts and you know, rides that you just jump on one to the next inside of the downtown. And in Disneyland, there are, but you still have to walk around to some extent. So that's good. But what about the other foods that are available here? It's hard to find something that really feels nutritious and healthy. But it takes a little work. But I've been able to make it, happen each day because my mind is fixed on that. Everything else, I'm just kind of seeing it as objects and stuff. It's not food. It's other stuff. Even right now, I don't know if you can hear, there's Christmas music in the background. I guess it's about that time of year, but man, it definitely adds to our thought processes, right? We're getting information in the head. In a way, there's something nice about it, creating a mood, this feeling of festivity. And before it starts to get too close to the holidays, where I think we start getting a little stressed out because of gift buying and family stuff, maybe now we can have more fun with it and enjoy the spirit of it and maybe carry that in. It's a small world after all, and how can we really help one another, support one another through this? Use something like a mantra that we can repeat on a regular basis that uplifts us, that helps us feel good about ourselves, that helps us feel like these thriving, beaming human beings that I believe we start out being and are really meant to be. All right, so that's my reading for today, and thanks for being part of this, and I'll be back later.